presentation of ABC's Wide World of Sports, home of the World and U.S. Figure Skating Championships.
When I grow up, I want to be just like them.
My Olympic dream started as long ago as I can remember. It's something that I've worked for every day since I started skating.
I can look back on my career and see that I had a lot of great times and a lot of success. I had no idea how far I was going to go in skating.
They are my heroes.
If one day isn't as great, the next day will be. But as long as you're at the top when you compete, that's what's important.
This season has meant a lot to me, just to represent the country in such hard times. It was an honor, and it's important for me to skate from my heart.
I hope that one day I will be a champion.
When I was starting, it was a new journey into the season. When I ended, it had a new meaning. It wasn't really an end to something, but a beginning to a whole new world.
Spring has arrived along the coastline of Connecticut. A great view of the lighthouse and the water of the Long Island Sound, just a few miles away from where we are, as we welcome you to New Haven, Connecticut, the state's second largest city in an area rich in American history. It's also home to one of the Ivy League's most celebrated institutions. The hallowed halls of Yale University are located in the center of town, as is the New Haven Coliseum, where the final figure skating event of the season is about to get underway here on this Mother's Day. The Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge. And it's a team competition to close out the season. Team Zimmerman, John Zimmerman leading the way for a mostly ladies team. Jenny Kirk, the youngster from Massachusetts. Sasha Cohen, who shined at the Olympics, along with Ina and Zimmerman, the pairs team. Angela Nikodinov, Michelle Kwan, and Sarah Hughes, the Olympic champion. They take on Team Lang, Naomi Lang leading the way for the men onto the ice. The 17-year-old Johnny Weir, Michael Weiss, the two-time world bronze medalist, Lang and Chernishev, the dance team, Matt Savoy, Todd Eldridge, and the Olympic bronze medalist Timothy Gable. Here's how the challenge works. 2 teams of 6 competing for a top combined score. Each skater will be given an individual mark after their interpretive free program. Then the skater's score will be added to the overall team score. And of course, the team with the most points at the end of the evening, they are the winners.
Our first competitor this evening, let's have a warm welcome now for Jenny Kirk.
Along with Peggy Fleming, Dick Button, and Peter Carruthers, I'm Terry Gannon. The first skater to take the ice, the 17-year-old from Newton, Massachusetts, Jenny Kirk.
There's a song that's inside of my soul. It's the one that I've tried to write over and over again. I'm awake in the infinite cold. What you sing to me over and over and over again.
Our opening jump here is a triple Lutz.
That's called a triple spluts. Not a flutz, but a spluts.
She just didn't get that spring off that toe pick to get high enough in the air.
It's been an extremely busy last couple of months for Jenny Kirk. After finishing 5th at the U.S. Nationals, not making the U.S. Olympic team, she won the Four Continents Championship, her first senior international title, but then was breaking in a new pair of boots, had blisters, changed coaches to Richard Callahan, had to withdraw from the World Championships because of a hip injury. She's been busy.
Nancy Kerrigan spiral. Hold that leg up.
Well, she used to train with Nancy Kerrigan and take from the same coach that Nancy Kerrigan took from, Marion Evie Scottville. I see a lot of Nancy's style in Jenny's skating. She does have some wonderful moments. Doesn't hold out the moves quite long enough and get enough spring in her jumps. Beautiful young lady. It's unfortunate to open the program with a fall, but she has a lot of potential. She just needs to get herself healthy and be able to pull off a much stronger program.
We'll fall at the top and get it out of the way.
Right.
And then move on.
The 2000 World Junior Champion, Jenny Kirk. And there's a look at the panel of judges working here in New Haven. There are 5 judges, all from the United States Figure Skating Association. And this is an interpretive free skate, a little bit different than the normal free skate that we see in competition. Here, there must be 5 different jumps, 2 of which must be triples or quads, at least 1 jump combination, 4 different spins, and the program must be between 3.5 and 4.5 minutes in length.
Skating technique. 5.4.
Well, it must be a difficult Mother's Day for Jenny, who lost her mother last August to breast cancer. She's fought through the agony and the tragedy of that. First set of marks now for skating technique in the 5.4, 5.5 range.
Very neat, very sensible. She's developed into a lovely young lady, and it really is nice to see how mature she's gotten for only 17.
Presentation marks 5 6s and 5 7s, a total of 55.6 for Jenny Kirk. Right now, let's go back and join Peter Carruthers.
All right, Terry, Sarah Hughes, what a season it has been. What is life like as an Olympic champion now?
Oh, I've been having a great experience so far, and there's so many exciting opportunities coming my way, and I'm really fortunate to have such a great support group and my family behind me and to guide me and to help me make intelligent decisions and to help me enjoy this more and make it a positive experience.
5 siblings at home. Do you get any preferential treatment there now that you're the gold medalist?
No. We're seriously, we're all the same, and it's just nice to get together now because my oldest sister's in school and she's married, and my 2 older brothers are in college also, so kind of gets a little lonely with only 3 of us at home now.
And it is Mother's Day today, so you have a special guest here, don't you?
Yes, my mom's here today watching me skate, and Mom, come here. And I love my mom, and I want to wish her a happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Thank you, Sarah. And all the moms are important today.
Yes. Always remember your mother.
And we all are remembering our mothers on this Mother's Day. Still to skate here in New Haven, Michael Weiss, the 2-time world bronze medalist. Todd Eldridge, the 96 world champion. Timothy Gable, the reigning Olympic bronze medalist. And for the ladies, Sasha Cohen, Michelle Kwan, the 4-time world champion, and Sarah Hughes, the Olympic gold medalist, still to come from New Haven.
The Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge on ABC Sports, brought to you by Little Hershey's Kisses, big chocolate taste. Chevy, the cars you can depend on, the cars that last, will be there. Smart Ones, when you're smart, it shows. And Snuggle, there's no substitute for softness.
Back in New Haven, a look at some of the grand old architecture on the old campus of Yale University. A reminder, next Sunday, the U.S. men's national soccer team takes on European powerhouse Holland in the last match before the World Cup. USA-Holland next Sunday at 2 Eastern, 3 Pacific, here on ABC, home of the World Cup 2002. Meanwhile, the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge continues here in New Haven. On the ice right now, another youngster, only 17 years of age, from Newark, Delaware, Johnny Weir.
skater, has a wonderful sense of style. Music from a secret garden. With being nervous, getting scared to death out there. Well, I don't blame him being out alone on that ice in front of all these people looking at every move. But he's got to get over that if he's going to advance in the world of competitive skating.
He said he watched a tape of his free skate at the U.S. Nationals this year, and he couldn't believe it because he looked scared to death. He said, I hope I never do that again.
These are moves in the field, combinations of moves like spirals and different positions.
Very nice, unusual position in these sit spins. Very interesting.
Shades of Lucinda Rue.
Yes. Very calm number. His jumps, it looked like he was struggling in them quite a lot.
He's a very shy person, and I think he gets very, he just lets himself get nervous about these performances, and it's a matter of experience, getting over it and attacking.
Attacking the ice next, another 17-year-old, the third in a row, Sasha Cohen, who almost stole the show in Salt Lake City, skates for Team Zimmerman, and it's Michael Weiss, the two-time U.S. champion, who takes the ice for Team Lang next as the Hershey's Kisses Figure Skating Challenge continues. The Great American Figure Skating Challenge has brought us to one of the great institutions of higher learning in America. We're on the campus of Yale, just a few blocks from the New Haven Coliseum, hoping that just by hanging around here through osmosis, we become smarter. Hasn't happened yet. But the final event of the figure skating season is underway, and still to come, Peggy, the U.S. Olympic ladies team. Sasha Cohen, Michelle Kwan, and Sarah Hughes, and she is in uncharted waters right now, just finding out what it means to be a new Olympic champion.
Well, Terry, you know, Sarah Hughes is a phenomenal success story. It's as if she's entering Yale here as a freshman, but she already has her diploma. But in the skating world, she's worked hard, she's skipped grades, and she's graduated early. But she's told us, you know, she's not done yet. She said she wants to stay eligible because she wants to earn more degrees. But this is all so new to Sarah. You know, this is her first time being the Olympic champion, and it's a lot to live up to that image. But I think she already understands the power of that title. She is an extraordinary young lady with extraordinary goals, and I'm sure she's making her mother very proud.
No doubt about it. On this Mother's Day, by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, especially mine. right now today. We turn right now to a man who's had an allergic reaction all week. We're on the campus of Yale, after all. Mr. Dick Button, a Harvard man at Yale. How can you take that?
Well, you know, this is a wonderful campus. It's a magnificent college, it really is. But you'll forgive me if I have just a soft spot in my heart for Harvard. I got this 50 years ago when I was a senior at Harvard and won the Olympic Games. And I've loved it, and I've never worn it since.
It doesn't look a day over 49. Are you breathing okay?
Yes, just fine. But let me tell you about this championship that we're going to see here. I mean, this is a spring break. It's fresh energy, renewed growth. It's not going to lead to an Olympic Games or a World Championship, and it's not going to affect anybody's international record. What it is fun. And it reminds me very much of another wonderful old memory of mine, and that is almost 40 years ago, I had the good luck to be able to skate in a television musical based on the children's classic story, Hans Brinker or the Silver Skates. Now that story, like the world of skating now, is supposed to end happily. It did with this song. Hello, springtime, where have you been? Good old springtime, come on in. It's time we put away those snowshoes, and soon we'll all be wanting no shoes at all. Hello, springtime. That's it, folks.
Please welcome two-time U.S. silver medalist, Sasha Cohen.
So the Dick Button Traveling Choir will be coming to a town near you very soon.
Your life is in danger, Mr. Gannon.
Back inside the New Haven Coliseum, we continue as Team Lang leads Team Zimmerman, but Sasha Cohen, the 17-year-old from California, is on the ice.
Well, she is a very unusual mix of fire and elegance. She really attacks her programs.
And Dick can finally breathe. He's out of the sweater.
Good.
I've long been a fan of Pajama Game, this Music Hernando's Hideaway from that Broadway musical.
Very strong double axel.
It's stronger than strong. It's exquisite. Look at the edge, the body, the flow out of the move. Just magnificent.
By the way, the marks for Johnny Weir were in the 5.6, 5.7 range, giving him an individual total of 56.4 out of a possible 60.
I know a dark, secluded place.
The original choreography by Bob Fosse.
No one knows your face. A blast.
But Sasha and John Nix do all the choreography for her numbers, so she has a lot of input. She even designs her costumes.
Our silhouettes and all our castanets, and no one cares how late it gets. Now Hernando's Hideaway.
Look at the attack on that, the stretch to the leg going into it. Like Muhammad Ali said, if you want to rephrase what he said, she skates like a butterfly, but stings like a bee.
You will meet your Uncle Max and everyone you know. But if you go to the spot that I am thinking of, you will be free. You gaze at me and talk of love.
Nice triple Lutz double toe. A lot of attitude afterwards. She really gives a lot to the performance.
Then strike a match and you will know you're in Hernando's Hideaway. Oh,
Now that's a spiral that would stop the show.
Take your Uncle Max and everyone you know. But if you go to the spot that I am thinking of, you will be free. You gaze at me and talk of love.
This move is a Sasha spiral move where she extends and then turns to a forward edge. Shows a lot of control, a lot of stretch.
And strike a match, and you will
Look at here. She finally pulls it into the final position. A continuous pull to the body. Wonderful.
She makes it look so easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sasha.
A fourth place finish at the World Championships, a fourth place finish at the Olympics, and you get the feeling that with her fire, she's not going to quit skating until she stands on the top step of the podium at both of those events.
Well, the problem for her has always been that she doesn't quite keep her head together through it all. That she does exactly what she wants to when she feels like it. And it's a matter of control and learning to keep it all in shape.
And here was a look at her opening jump. This beautiful double axel had a lot of power, strength, and control, and a beautiful landing position. And this was a very nice move. She did this Ina Bauer right into this triple Salchow. Watch as she does this 3-turn and takes off from this back inside edge. Very tight in the air, beautiful position, a little struggle on the landing, but nicely done.
The two-time U.S. silver medalist. Now listening to her marks, the first set for skating technique, the best that we have seen so far.
Well, I mean, her technique is extraordinary. The stretch, the pull, everything about it is phenomenal, and so is her presentation, her artistry, her musicality.
Including a 5.9, so the individual total 57.8 for Sasha Cohen and Team Zimmerman, the ladies team, with a total of 113.4. When we come back, skating for Team Lang, it's Michael Weiss, the two-time U.S. national champion. He's got a revolutionary new blade on his skate. Check that out right after this message and a word from our ABC stations.
ABC Sports coverage of the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge continues.
Michael Weiss.
Back at the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge. Team Zimmerman with the lead, but it's Michael Weiss on the ice right now, the two-time world bronze medalist, twice the U.S. national champion, with a new pair of skate blades, the Freedom Blade. We'll get a look in a moment.
Quadruple jumps, the name of the game in this sport. The first element here, a quadruple toe. Two-footed it, not perfect. The problem on that triple axel again was the takeoff. It skidded violently, landing not secure, not straight, nor checked, and landed on a back inside edge.
Just to follow up on those skate blades, they were designed for him specifically. They give him more flexibility on the heel, the back part of the skate blade, and the technology in skating has not changed in such a long time. We'll have to wait and see if it catches on.
Beautiful triple loop jump, which takes off from that back outside edge.
You can see the heel of the blade, how it's different. It'll be very effective for those who want to skate on their heels.
How often does that happen?
We'll see. As well with Puccini as it might with some Broadway musical comedy kind of program. Good position.
Nice fast combination spin, this final move. He does bring wonderful emotion to his programs.
Very nice. Still a little missing problems with some of those landings on the jumps, but fun to see him skate.
He came from behind at the U.S. Nationals to make the Olympic team, where he went on to finish 7th in Salt Lake City. Michael Weiss.
Now this quadruple toe, watch the step into it. First the 3-turn right here, the toe pick, the crossed feet, but watch the landing. 2-footed it and a wide swinging free leg. A good try, but not quite perfect. And this move shows what these new blades will allow you to do. Skating on the heels. It's the reverse of skating on the toes, and it might provide some very intriguing moves. You never know.
There you go, back to that quad. Remember, he hit the quad triple double combination in his free skate at the Olympics. First set of marks for skating technique, 5.6 to 5.8.
Pretty generous marks, I think, for those few little glitzes on the jumps, but a very interesting performance and program.
And how about the presentation marks, Dick?
Well, he had some wonderful positions. It's interesting how good his artistry and presentation has become just over the last year.
57.9 his total. Team Lang consisting mostly of the men in the lead, 114.3 to 113.4. So a tight race here in New Haven, and up next, the captain of the men's team, Naomi Lang. She'll take the ice with her ice dance partner, Peter Chernyshev. The 4-time U.S. champions are next. Back in Connecticut, the weather getting warmer here. There'll be a lot of action on the Long Island Sound very soon. Don't forget, next Sunday, the most skilled drivers in the world compete for a coveted spot in the greatest spectacle in racing, the Indy 500. Catch the final day of qualifying next Sunday, live at 4 Eastern, 1 Pacific, right here on ABC. Meanwhile, the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge rolls on. Right now, it's Team Lang in the lead. And on the ice, the captain, Naomi Lang, captain of the men's team, along with her dance partner, Peter Chernyshev, the 4-time and reigning U.S. ice dance champs.
Well, that always sets up the start of a program, doesn't it?
Didn't mean to do that.
I put a little bit too much effort into that.
I remember Paris, 49, Champs-Élysées, Saint-Michel and old Beaujolais wine. I recall that you were mine. Those Parisian days.
That's a wonderful move. Has her in the lift and he does the crossovers and changes direction. Very seamless move.
I mean, there's no restrictions or really serious rules in this ice dance part of this competition, and that gives them a lot more freedom to do as they feel.
They're the one ice dance team in this competition. I mentioned Naomi is the captain of her team, and up next it'll be Kyoko Ina and John Zimmerman, the only pair here in New Haven, and John Zimmerman, the captain of the ladies team.
Marvelous, marvelous hydroblading ice dance move. By the way, if you have a date on Saturday night, you should try some of these moves.
The attraction for 6 weeks.
Oh, dear. Very inventive move. This was choreographed by Alexander Julin. Won the World Dance Championship in 1993 with his wife, Maya Usova.
His then wife, they are no longer together.
Wonderful number, very sensual, and just the presence on the ice that they give is just spectacular.
It's also some of the most beautiful skating that you see in all of these competitions. The edging, the musicality of it, the emphasis on positions. It's what skating is all about, and it doesn't get bogged down with endless quadruple jumps. It's really refreshing to see.
Beautiful.
Looks like they just skated on a swimming pool. The ice is awfully wet, and so are they. Naomi Lang and Peter Chernyshев. Coming up next, the captain, John Zimmerman. He and Kyoko Ina enjoyed the best year of their careers, including a 5th-place finish at the Olympics in Salt Lake City. They'll take the ice right after Peter Carruthers takes a look at one aspect of the Visa rulebook of figure skating.
One of the ways you can determine the difficulty of a lift is through the handhold. I'm joined by Kyoko Ina and John Zimmerman, who are going to demonstrate a basic press lift. It's easy because both of their hands stay together, safe and secure. Now the level of difficulty increases on this lift. They'll start out with 2 hands, but watch what happens. They start with 2 and then begin to rotate and release to just John's arm holding Kyoko over his head. The balance has to be perfect.
Such confidence.
What a performance.
Wow, she did 7 triple jumps in this program.
The heart of a champion.
Beautiful moment for her. Just beautiful.
From the smallest beginnings to the biggest events, the United States Figure Skating Association is there for you. We teach America to skate. United States Figure Skating, building America's champions.
Back in New Haven, Connecticut, tonight, Hallmark Entertainment and ABC present a movie event so big we had to call it a mega series. Get lost in the world of Dinotopia. The adventure awaits you tonight at 6 Central, right here on ABC. Back inside the New Haven Coliseum, the Hershey's Kisses Figure Skating Challenge continues. But let's take a look at a magic moment brought to you by Disney right now. Elvis Stoico, the two-time Olympic silver medalist, three-time world champion, recently announced his retirement from eligible skating. Here in New Haven, he brought them out of their seats once again with his special exhibition performance. Elvis certainly will be missed, but he'll be on the ice competing as a professional, and certainly we will see him throughout the years. Elvis Stoico. Team Lang has the lead here at the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge, but now it's up to the other captain, John Zimmerman, the captain of his team on the ice with his partner, Kyoko Ina. What a year they had, the best year of their careers so far. The 5th place finish at the Olympic Games and a bronze medal at the World Championships.
Oh, I wish I was in the land of cotton. Old times are not forgotten. Look away, look away.
You see how wet the ice still is.
Look away.
Well, Sonia Henne always had that kind of wet ice so that it would reflect and create a mirror look when she was skating. It can be very beautiful.
And Dick, we were just told that actually the compressor under the ice, which keeps the water frozen, is not working properly. It's also been unseasonably warm here in Connecticut. One of the things that they are doing, they're turning off the lights in between skaters' performances to keep it cool in here.
I was born.
Side-by-side doubles, double axles. Hers was a single. I think she was playing it very safe. She does not want to fall down in this swimming pool. This is very interesting combination of sitting spread eagles, pair moves. Now he steps up and lifts her into a triple throw loop.
Very nice, and the crowd really appreciates their skating here. Very inventive lifts that they do. This is one of them.
So hush, little baby, don't you cry. You know your daddy's bound to die. But
With the water, you can see the edge marks much more clearly. Sometimes they stand out beautifully and tell you what figure skating means.
She's also getting her hair very wet.
Some rather interesting moves, inventive things like this candle lift. Look at this wide swing down, straight up. Now watch him turn into a spread eagle. I love that move. And now a flip over and an arch up.
It's so spectacular. It shows their strength and control. Great move. Presley certainly helps too.
Biggest reaction from the crowd yet.
Well, you know, it's fascinating to have watched their progression. 3 or 4 years ago, they really were two people struggling to look like a pair. And now they've developed into an inventive and wonderfully, marvelously entertaining couple on the ice. It's just been refreshing to see.
The North and the South, New Jersey and Alabama coming together to make a perfect pair. Kyoko Ina and John Zimmerman.
And here is a nice look at this wonderful candle lift, the very inventive move. He lifts her up in this position, and she goes straight up in the air as he's turning. And watch him go into a spread eagle, which shows such control and strength on his part and hers as well. And now she flips up to this position. It is just spectacular. Great, very inventive lift.
For Ina and Zimmerman for skating technique. 5.7, 5.8.
And now the marks as Kyoko and John sit alongside Michael Weiss and Peter Chernishev. Kiss and cry area, skating technique. There they are, Dick.
Oh, they're very good. They're very high marks, I must say. Oh, wow. Here, look at this.
Look at the presentation marks. 3 perfect 6s.
Well, that's a happy moment for them. They really love having that. Every skater likes that.
58.9 their total, and guess what? We're deadlocked. We are tied. Team Zimmerman, 172.3. Team Wang, 172.3. Back to New Haven in a moment.
72.3.
This Wide World of Sports update brought to you by Speed Pass, today's way to pay at Exxon and Mobil retailers.
On April 30th in Lausanne, Switzerland, the International Skating Union concluded a 2-day hearing on the Olympic pairs judging controversy. They found French judge Marie-Reine Lagunier guilty on 2 counts, voting under pressure from her federation and failing to report that pressure at the time. French Federation President Didier Gaillaguet was found guilty of pressuring Lagunier to vote for the Russian pair. Gaillaguet was stripped of his position on the ISU Council, and both he and Lagunier were banned from all ISU events for the next 3 years, as well as the 2006 Winter Olympics. Lagunier, who was not allowed to call any witnesses in her defense, vowed to fight to the end.
Mr. Gaillaguet and I will file an appeal immediately, and we will follow this all the way up through the Court of Arbitration for Sport. All of this was an absolute farce.
This so-called trial was slanted and incomplete, a superficial way of dealing with a major crisis that threatens the very integrity of this sport. The Russians, who are alleged to have made a deal with the French Federation, weren't even there. The ISU is attempting to protect its own fiefdom by using a Band-Aid to stop a massive hemorrhage.
And by the way, the Russians have officially denied any wrongdoing. As for the dance judging controversy that erupted at the 2002 Worlds, the ISU has not yet responded to a second appeal by the Lithuanian team, protesting their 4th place finish, nor to a petition that 38 ice dancers signed in support of the Lithuanians' cause at the Worlds in March. Meanwhile, the United States Figure Skating Association has asked the ISU to consider 3 reforms. First, use the median mark to calculate results. If you list each skater's 9 marks from low to high, the median mark is the one that falls in the middle. By using the median mark, a skater's score would be less sensitive to extreme highs and lows. Second, the USFSA wants to assign judges to panels based on the judge's geographical region. To prevent any one region from dominating a single panel, they would allocate a certain number of seats on each panel to each region, thereby reducing the potential for block judging. And third, the USFSA wants a lifetime ban for any ethical violation.
This proposal is tap dancing around the basic problem, the federations. The federations control both the ISU and the judges. The USFSA needs to attack this problem head on.
The USFSA proposal goes before the ISU Congress this June in Kyoto, Japan. In other news, there'll be no more judges for Saleh and Peltier. The Canadian duo recently announced their retirement from eligible competition. So far, it's as close as it gets. Kyoko Ina, John Zimmerman, pulling Team Zimmerman up to be right there with Team Lang. 172.3 all. We are tied as Matt Savoy takes the ice. The 21-year-old from Peoria, Illinois.
Skating to the music of somebody that is very familiar, Mr. Frank Sinatra.
And he said he likes this music because it reminds him of springtime. What perfect timing.
That was a wonderful move, sort of a half loop. Very airy, light.
Comes straight out of John Curry, who loved doing that move. John Curry, the 1976 Olympic champion and an extraordinary artist. His hydroblading back move right up into that jump. Wonderful entrance for it.
First, the tide rushes in, plants a kiss on the shore, then rolls out to sea, and the sea is very still once more. So I rush to your side like the oncoming tide, with one burning thought: will your arms open wide? At last we're face to face, and as we kiss through an embrace, I can tell, I can feel.
Wonderful position, straight edge, straight legs, good points, cannonball position here.
In the dark, in the sun, like
Look at him turn to the outside edge.
at its ebb, I'm at peace in the web of your
Very relaxed, very comfortable number. Doesn't relate to the audience too well, but he looks very, very confident in what he does.
Very gentle skater. He's also an imaginative skater, playing around with the entrances and exits of jumps. and come to it with quite a different approach, I think.
The 21-year-old from Peoria, Illinois, Matt Savoy. Many of the top names in figure skating still to come here in New Haven, including the 96 world champion Todd Eldridge, Michelle Kwan, the 4-time world champion and now Olympic bronze medalist, Timothy Gable, who shined making it to the podium in Salt Lake City, and the brand new Olympic gold medalist, Sarah Hughes. They'll take the ice as we continue at the Hershey's Kisses Figure Skating Challenge. Back in New Haven, Connecticut, the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge. There's Matt Savoy alongside the team captain, Naomi Lang. The first set of marks for skating technique, 5.7s and 5.8s.
And they're high because he has wonderfully interesting technique. It's inventive, it's different, it's unusual, and he gets good positions through it, which are reflected more in the second mark, the presentation mark.
5.7 to 5.9, a 57.7 total for Matt Savoy and it's Team Lang with 230 points. They currently have the lead. So we continue with the water on the ice. How much of a problem is that for a skater, Dick?
Not really. I find, I mean, it just makes it a little softer, and sometimes you slow up a little bit with it. But I think the biggest fear is falling and making yourself totally wet and having it show in your costume.
The compressor for the ice is not working, they tell us. They are trying to dim the lights at certain times, make it cooler in here, turn the air up, but so far it hasn't worked. Here is Angela Nicodino, the 21-year-old from San Pedro, California, a 2-time U.S. bronze medalist.
Makes a wonderful reflection, mirror-like quality.
Beautiful triple flip.
She has extraordinary technique. She just has to keep the attack going. She'd be right at the top if she could.
She's turned into an absolutely exquisite skater, very elegant, beautiful natural jumps.
Turbulent year for Angela. You may know she lost her coach, Elena Cherkaskaya, who passed away from pancreatic cancer. She did not make the U.S. Olympic team and had to pass on a chance to go to the World Championships because of a dislocated shoulder. She is now working with Frank Carroll, formerly the coach, of course, of Michelle Kwan.
position is absolutely wonderful. Very different look for Angela. This was a great number, but she didn't skate it very well. I think she had quite a few mistakes in this program. It's really unfortunate because it really makes the program not pull off as well as it probably could have.
She was lacking energy and lacking tension. With that, this program would have sung.
Looking forward to coming back strong next year. She finished 5th in the world last season at the World Championships. Angela Nikodinov.
And here her opening jump, this triple flip, a real nice example of the jumping that she is really capable of doing. Very natural, nice flowing edge out of that landing.
Angela arrived here very late. Her flight was delayed. She almost didn't make it here at all. First set for skating technique, 5.3 to 5.5.
And I think it reflects the fact that it was rather a laid-back program without great tension and not a lot of triple jumps and other moves that would give it technique.
But she also wasn't here for the practice this afternoon because she was on the airplane.
Right.
And that's got to be hard to arrive here and go out and perform like this.
With the presentation marks, a total of 55.5 for Angela Nikodinov. The ladies and Team Zimmerman trail right now. It's Team Lang with the lead with 230 points. Coming up next, there's only room in this town for one of them, or something like that. Todd Eldridge and Michelle Kwan skate as we continue. We welcome you back to New Haven, Connecticut, just a few miles from the Long Island Sound. A reminder, next Sunday, the U.S. men's national soccer team takes on European powerhouse Holland. The last match before the World Cup, USA-Holland, next Sunday at 2 Eastern, 3 Pacific on ABC.
Ladies and gentlemen, Todd Eldridge.
So far, the men and Team Lang have the lead over the ladies and Team Zimmerman, but here is Todd Eldridge on the ice.
And he's skating to a wonderful piece of music, Carmina Burana. And for everybody's interest, it's based on drinking songs and love poems by defrocked monks. But it's a magnificent score, and he does it justice.
Pull that one off.
Going to do a quadruple toe. It will be right here. It was not a very clean triple.
And now this is a triple axel coming up right here. Really takes his time for this preparation.
Music has fascinated choreographers for years. Has such a driving rhythms. Magnificent for skating too. Like Carl Orff.
Well, it just fills this arena and really takes command of the ice for him. Very difficult footwork right right there coming up on the toe.
His spins is first rate. Look at this. Sit spin, change, sit spin. Forward, slightly rounded back, but very good speed and steadiness. Tightly it remains in one position in one place.
This crowd loves him.
Vintage Todd Eldredge.
Absolutely.
The combination of strong, powerful skating and the magnificent music of Carmina Burana and Mythidia is just wonderful. I mean, it works for him, and he makes it work. A model of consistency, the consummate competitor, a world champion, a six-time national champion. Todd Eldredge will have his marks in a moment. Right now, let's join Peter Carruthers backstage once again.
Thank you, Terry. Michelle Kwan, the most decorated skater in U.S. history. You've won 38 championships in your Olympic-eligible career, but recently the recipient of the Sullivan Award handed out to the top amateur athlete. The last figure skater to win that was Dick Button in 1949. Where does that rate on your list of accomplishments?
Well, it's a big accomplishment. It was a big surprise, and it's an honor. And Dick was there to celebrate with me. And when I started skating, it was just always the dream of becoming a legend. And winning the Sullivan Award, it's like I made my mark. You know, right after Dick Button, my name will be written down as the next skater. So it's great.
Well, congratulations on that. Now, as far as your mom goes, we don't often see her. She's a little bit camera shy, but she's definitely out there supporting you, isn't she?
My mom's very camera shy, even at the competition. Well, she said, you asked her even to be here, and she's like, no, I can't. But I wouldn't be here without her. She's been loving, supportive, and incredible mom, and just want to wish her happy Mother's Day and all the mothers out there.
Michelle will take the ice right after this message and a word from our ABC station.
ABC Sports coverage of the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge continues.
Back at the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge. The crowd now just beginning to settle down after the performance of Todd Eldredge, who sits alongside Michael Weiss. And here's the first set of marks. Look how high the skating technique marks are.
Well, he does just wonderful, magnificent spins. You know, they're the best in the world today. And it's nice to see those high marks for that and the rest of his skating, too.
Yeah, it was a very steady performance.
And Peggy, look at the presentation marks with a perfect 6.
That's been a really long time in coming, you know.
And the highest individual total we have seen yet, and even 59 out of a possible 60 for Todd Eldridge, the man in Team Lang, with a total of 289, putting even more pressure on Michelle Kwan.
Is the most decorated skater in U.S. skating history. Ladies and gentlemen, Michelle Kwan.
Taking the ice, the 4-time world champion who has won 6 national championships and recently won the Sullivan Award as the nation's top amateur athlete. Here is Michelle Kwan.
She's skating to Field of Gold by Eva Cassidy, who died very young. Michelle picked this music early in the season in tribute to lost lives and unfulfilled dreams. And it's really taken on a whole new meaning this season.
You can tell the sun in his jealous sky.
Eva Cassidy, by the way, passed away from melanoma back in 1996 at the age of 33. And Michelle Kwan has been given a gold record by a record label for a contribution to the visibility of the recording.
Of gold. Will you stay with me? Will you be my love among the fields of barley? You can tell the sun is just sky when we walked in fields of gold.
She does.
Put such a magical spell over a crowd. She still has got it. She's wonderful.
She's gentle, she's elegant, she's quiet, she's laid back, and she never makes a wrong move.
The nation's top amateur athlete for 2001. She joins Dick Button as the only figure skaters ever to win the Sullivan Award. Michelle Kwan.
And she brings such joy to her skating. And this wonderful move, this Charlotte move, nice stretch. And she gives it so much emotion. Really adds to the program. And this was a wonderful moment in the program where she just stretches and does these beautiful long edges. And it just added such a magical touch to this program. It's a very haunting song.
The ladies in Team Zimmerman, they need a comeback here, and you got to believe the performance of Michelle Kwan will help them. Skating technique, 5.6, huh?
Well, I think there's a wide variety of opinion about how many triple jumps, and gosh knows what the judges are thinking. And look at these marks, will you?
Those will be important. The 4 perfect sixes.
You better believe it.
That made up for it, I think, a bit.
Very deserved.
58.8 for Michelle Kwan. So Team Zimmerman, the ladies inching closer, but they now trail by a little bit more than 289 to 286.6. So we're down to the final 2, and they both shined at the Olympics in Salt Lake City. Timothy Gable, who stood on the podium in Salt Lake, and Sarah Hughes, who had a thrilling come-from-behind victory to win the gold medal. She recently got together with Peggy Fleming to demonstrate an ice move brought to you by Chevy.
You know, a lot of people have asked me after the '68 Olympics of how I did my layback spin. And it's a really difficult spin because you're in this layback position. You're actually looking at the ceiling as you're spinning around. And it's a really strange feeling, but you do get used to it. And Sarah Hughes here has one of the classic layback spins. And she does it by squaring off her hips and arching straight back and getting this wonderful line. She doesn't move from side to side. Now, Sarah, do you think you could show us one? It's easy enough to do a layback with your free leg down low, as Sarah's demonstrating. But watch Sarah as she has a beautiful turned out position. And turned out means that the free leg and foot must be as flat and parallel to the ice as possible. Sarah, that was absolutely beautiful. You know, it takes years and years of practice to perfect a spin like this. And I think you've got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, he is the 2002 Olympic bronze medalist and current world silver medalist. Please welcome Timothy Gable.
2 skaters left here at the Hershey's Kisses Great American Figure Skating Challenge. Team Lang and the men with the lead, 289 to 286.6 over the ladies and Team Zimmerman. On the ice, the reigning Olympic bronze medalist, Timothy Gable.
He can pull off quadruple jumps with his left hand tied behind its back. Let's see how this one goes. Unfortunately, it wasn't a quadruple, but a triple was still beautiful. Little pop out on that triple axel. Sit spin with a far better position than he's shown about a year ago. Gordon Gershwin. Who can forget Gene Kelly's version of this?
It's a nice choice of music for Tim. Of course, Laurie Nickel did the choreography. This is what he's trying to improve on.
See whether the spins are centered or not with the water on the ice. You can see these edges very clearly. Secure, clean, light as they come. Has a hydro move planned right here.
He won his first medal at the Olympic Games, a bronze, and then won his first World Championship medal in Nagano, where he captured the silver. Timothy Gable, the 21-year-old from Rolling Meadows, Illinois.
Now, these hydroblading moves, so called because they slip way over onto the edge like that, and it shows the amount of water on the ice. It's usually not a very dangerous move, except under these conditions when you can end up skating in a bathing suit.
Good swim. Cast of thousands in the kiss and cry area as we await the scores for Timothy Gable. There's Sarah Hughes. She'll be the last to skate here. Her performance will decide the championship here in New Haven.
For Timothy Gable,
you weren't with us earlier. The compressor, which keeps the ice frozen and it freezes the ice, it's broken. So that's why they're skating on a swimming pool here in the arena. The first set for skating technique, 5.8, 5.9.
And they were, really solid marks for technical merit.
And now the presentation marks, Dick, 5.7 to 5.9.
Yes, well, I think those are very generous.
58.3, the total for Timothy Gable. Team Lang and the men have the lead.
She is your reigning Olympic gold medalist. Please welcome Sarah Hughes.
So now it's the 16-year-old from Great Neck, New York, Sarah Hughes, who provided the most exciting image and evening, really, of the Olympic Games with her gold medal performance in Salt Lake City. And this is Sarah's first competition since the Olympics.
Well, just watching her on practice, the first thing I noticed about her was that she is just glowing. She is so happy.
Say goodbye. Why, I can barely say goodnight. If I can hardly take my eyes from yours, how far can I go? Walk away
moves out more and give it more motion, which translates into command of the ice out there.
I think what it really comes down to is command of herself. That shows every ounce of her skating. Wonderful reflection. Into this triple loop. Beautiful edges. And this layback spin is absolutely perfect. Beautiful picture. She wears the gold medal very well.
I can't imagine another 16 or 17-year-old handling all the attention any better than she has, keeping a proper perspective, and more than that, understanding how she can use her accomplishment and her celebrity to accomplish other things.
Absolutely, but her parents have always told her, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice, and those are great values, especially since what's happened to her this past season.
She has controlled focus. She has absolute command of every move, every gesture, and everything about her skating. And that's what makes it perfect.
The Olympic champion, Sarah Hughes.
And this move was a real highlight in her program, this beautiful extension in this inside spiral and right into these back turns, right into this triple loop. Nice, tight in the air, and a beautiful flowing edge, beautiful position on the landing. And here is a look at her layback spin. Watch as she leans back in this beautiful arch position. The leg is in a perfect position. The foot is turned out. The arms extended up there in a nice straight layback position. It's absolutely exquisite.
5.7.
Sarah right alongside Michelle Kwan. First set of marks now, 5.7 to 5.9.
And you know, they're wonderful marks for a wonderful performance. She really is to be applauded for this.
And now the second set for presentation, those are extremely high.
Oh, and they should be. I mean, she has a beautiful elegance, a beautiful quality on the ice. It's just gentle and completely in control and wonderful to see.
But the total of 58.7, not enough. It's Team Lang and the men winning this event here in New Haven. 347.3 to 345.3 for Team Zimmerman and the ladies. So it not only puts a cap on the evening here in New Haven, but also on the figure skating season. I want to thank you for being along with us, and thank you, Mr. Button. Thank you, Peggy Fleming, for a great year.
Thanks. Thank you.
And for Peter Carruthers as well. I'm Terry Gannon. Thanks for watching so long from New Haven, everybody. ABC Sports is online at ESPN.com. Keyword ABC Sports.